Morning class, today we're going to have a look at black. This is a Mars black, this is a pre-mix black, and it's very opaque. You can see here on the colour swatch that it's completely covered over the lines that are usually under a paint tube, so you can judge its opacity. If you look here, you can see the black lines are showing through, but on the pre-mix Mars black, it just completely obliterates them. To give you a quick idea of its undertone, we'll add a little bit of white. And when you're mixing black, you only need a very small amount compared to the other colour that you're using or the other paint you're using. Okay, we can see that that's quite a nice neutral, grey on that. This can be very useful to tone down your paintings. Don't be scared of them going too muddy. It only goes too muddy if you start to add in too much black, as in if you started to add in too much of any dark colour to your mixes. You can also make blacks by mixing other colours, so we'll start with ultramarine blue and burnt umber. When you're mixing the black between these two, you always need more of the blue than you do of the burnt umber. So if we start with, say, I don't know, what's that, 2 to 1? Well, that's a bit more like 2 to 1. So when I compare those two, I can still see that the underlying blue in this one compared to the black of that, so I'll add a bit more of the burnt umber. And that's about as black as we can go with these pre-mixed colours. Just to show you its undertone, you can instantly see that that one's a lot bluer. Of course, what's nice about this is that you could use warm and cool colours, which are often very effective in your paintings. So if I add some more of the burnt umber into this, and then a bit of the white, you see it has more of a neutral tone to it. In fact, it's even warmer than that initial black. So you can, maybe add a bit more of that if you want, to try and get a tone that's very, very close to this one above. If you want to still just use a blue and a brown, you can go one stage further and use Prussian blue. Prussian blue is a pre-mixed blue, and it's actually made from a combination of like phthalo blue and black in it. If you look on the label of the colour, if you can see that there, on here it says it's got carbonised bones in it, and it's got the real thing to look out for is PB. If anything says PB, it means it has got the pigment of black in the paint. It's definitely closer in terms of its blackness in comparison to this one. You see how much more blue and undertone this has compared to this black here, which is a lot more neutral. Again, you can try to neutralise it when you're mixing by just putting a bit more of the burnt umber into it. You see how that is definitely closer to this colour here. It's a bit greenier though than this one. You can also mix Prussian blue with other earth colours such as burnt sienna, burnt umber or umber, and you'll also get a colour pretty close to black. So this is some Prussian blue with a bit of burnt sienna. So the neutralising effect of having the blue and the orange, you know, because they're complementary colours, that's what helps to get you this dark colour. I mean, considering how warm this is, and it still looks quite a browny base, it's quite surprising how blue the undertone is